welcome back to my channel. So today I thought it would be fun to mix things up a bit and do a palette bingo. I've done palette bingos before, but never on my channel, I believe. So I thought having fun dipping back into the Droplet of Magic palette, and I say dipping back in because there should be, the video before this should be my unboxing and first impression with this palette. But again, if you haven't seen that yet, have not seen these palettes, this is one of the Halloween palettes from P.Louise, and they did just the most gorgeous double-sided palette. So this is Droplet of Magic, and then there's also one that's called like Hocus Pocus Regain Focus, which might be on its way. And yeah, so I thought it would be a lot of fun to dip into this again, since there's so many shades that I still haven't yet played with. So I am going to, I think, generate like four shades. So I'm going to do 2 shades from each side. So let me pull up a generator on my phone and we'll get into it. Okay, so I have a random number generator, and then I put from 1 to 18 because that's what's on each side. So we'll start with the like gray kind of green side first and hit that. Number 16, what shade is that? So that is this Spell on You, this deep kind of bluey shade there. I'm going to swatch them all on my hand so we can kind of see a layout of the color story as it develops. Alright, and we'll do the next one on this side. So we hit that again. Number 3. Okay, so no shimmers from this side. So we got Toil and Trouble, which is just like a light gray. So no shimmers yet, but still beautiful color story. So then we're going to flip over to the other side, and we're going to hit this again. 13, and then I'm just going to remember that, and so I can do both at the same time. So 13 and 7. All right, so 13, so 3, 6, 9, 13. Ooh, so we got our first shimmer. Oh, hold on. I did it backwards. Sorry, I went from the bottom. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we still have our first shimmer, and it is Slay the Game. Interesting. We're going with like a peachy shade. Still, like, you know, it's different, but I like that. And then 7, 6, 7. Ooh, this nice deep purple Alchemy. So 1 shimmer, but that is a lot of fun. All right, so that is what we have. We're going to create something beautiful with this, and yeah, so let me pull out some brushes and think about how I'm going to put these together. We'll get started. Okay, so I think I figured out what kind of look I want to create. I kind of went back and forth on a couple placements, but we're only working with 4 shades, so it shouldn't be that complicated. So I think I'm first going to take the purple Alchemy, and I'm going to take that on this is a Goth Glow 703 brush, and I'm going to tap into Alchemy, and I've already placed my P.Louise cosmetic base in Rumor 0.5 on my face. It's what I use for all eyeshadow looks. And I'm just going to start stamping this. Out here. And then also dragging it a little bit under the lash line. And then we're going to go into, probably, it's the only hard thing about it being double-sided is like you're trying to like flip back and forth. We're going to go into the dark blue, Spell on You. And I'm taking that on this little like elf, just called an elf eyeshadow brush. I've had this for ever. I'm going to start stamping that on the inner part. I'm actually going to take the brush that I used for my P.Louise base, and I'm going to stamp that a little bit more in the middle because I feel like I took that purple in a little bit more than I originally intended, partially because I was still kind of figuring out what I wanted to do. Then we're going to go into Toil and Trouble, which is the light gray, and we're taking that on this Melt blending brush. This is a round transition number 85, I believe is the number. And we're just going to tap into that, and we're going to use this to blend out both shades. Again. I had so much fun playing with this the first time. Probably should use two different blending brushes, even though it's the same shade, because I'm going from like the blue to the purple. I think it pulled a little bit of the blue into that, but that's okay. All right, and then I actually need like a little itty bitty blending brush. We'll go with this one. This is a Morphe JH40. Yep. And we're going to dip back into Spell on You, the deep blue. We're just going to use this to just help buff it out a little bit so it's got a bit better blend into that gray. Not worrying too much about like kind of this part here because we're just going to cover that with shimmer anyways. And then I want to take, I guess, another like little blending brush. This is a Morphe. It's just from a holiday collection, so it doesn't have an actual number, like name. We're going to dip back into Alchemy, and we're going to re-intensify / blend that out a bit more into that gray. I'm going to pick up that, sorry if I'm making a loud thump when I do that. I'm going to pick up that gray again and just work on getting that blended out, take it under the lower lash line. I always use way too big of a blending brush on my lower lash line, but whatever. And then dipping back and forth between this and Alchemy just until I get the blend that makes me happy. Did you pick up either or both of these palettes? And if you did you buy them on their own, or did you also get them in the budget box? I am so in love with these. I may have even placed another P.Louise order because they had their Blend Away 2022 palette on a really good sale. It might still be on sale. I don't know if it's still available though, and I just couldn't resist. It's a little bit more like neutral than what I gravitate towards, but it just seems like such a beautiful, just staple palette, and I just absolutely adore the P.Louise formula. So I just wanted to have like more and more shades in her formula, just to really have a wide selection. All right, so then that is it for that. So we're gonna get the last shade, the shimmer, going. Let's grab my NYX glitter glue and one of my just like art flat brushes that I use. And we're going to stamp this all on the inside, kind of just following that diagonal. And with that same brush, we're going to go right into Slay the Game. Picked up a whole lot of it. And we're going to just start stamping that all over the lid. I'm really loving like the combination of like oranges and like corals kind of thing. With like, I already loved it with like purples, but I even just like really love it with a blue. That is magical. Oh, I love that combination. A little bit more. And then we're just going to lightly go back in. I barely dipped back into Alchemy. And just go along the edges of that. And then same thing. I'm actually not even going to dip back into anything. Just same thing with that very first brush I used for Spell on You, I think is the name of this deep blue. And just going back and forth until I have a blend that I am super happy with. And then I'm actually going to, with that same shade, but another little, it's going to be a little pencil brush. This is a BH 105. It doesn't say like what set this is from, but this was definitely like from like a set of some sort. Again, though, I would have had this for a long time now, so. And we're just going to place this just kind of on that inner part and dip back into Slay the Game. And we're going to bring that onto the lower lash line. Just like that. I didn't get like a lighter shimmer, so I'm going to cheat a little bit and I'm going to go in with just like a highlight. I actually am going to just use what I used for my highlight, which is the Melt Cosmetics Illumination highlight from when they did their, I don't remember what like the actual collection was called, but it was with the Muerte and Vita palettes. And then we're going to take that on just like a little pencil sort of brush. This is a Luxie 151 Mini Flat. And we're just going to dip right into Illumination. And we're going to put that on our inner corner. Oh yeah. Yes, that's exactly what's needed. We're just gonna like take that and like highlight the brow bone a little bit too. Gosh. So I've been using like brow tattoos for a little while for my brows, because if you haven't seen on any of my other media when I've mentioned it before, I shave off my brows because I absolutely hate my natural brow. I used to do it where I just shaved off the tail end, and then I just started shaving off the whole thing. And I discovered using like the brow tattoos, and I've really gotten a knack for using them, and I love them. But for the last couple days, I've just like, they've been so finicky, and it would just be like where I'd have it on, but then one would like start to pull up. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully it ends soon because it's driving me insane. But I had to draw on my brows for like the first time in forever today, so that was a journey. Yeah. All right, so we're going to repeat this on the other eye, you know the drill, and come back. I probably will have everything else on, so I'll have lashes, a lip, and yeah, and then we'll just kind of come back to see it all together. All right, we have lashes and a lip on. For my lips, I went with one of the Kaleidos. This is the Cloud Lab Lip Clay in Pink Moon, just a nice little like pinky nude. And just threw on my just ever beloved right now Ioni half lashes. And this is the look. I really love this. I think it is a lot of fun. Nice combination of colors. I think they all went together really nice, and it was just fun just taking the colors you get and going with it. So I do love a palette bingo for that reason, and I'm lucky. I've never really been burned by it. yet. We'll see. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this look using the Droplet of Magic palette from P.Louise. Second time using this, I'm having so much fun. I can't wait to play with it again, and I can't wait to play with the other one when it comes. And it was just a lot of fun creating this with you. So if you liked this, also if you like palette bingos, let me know. I'm definitely willing to do more of them, but I would appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up, commented down below, subscribe. Love to have you stick around, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye.